So far, the BBCB Summit has been more than amazing to me. This is my first year coming here, and the speakers are they blow my mind. It wasn't like anything I expected it to be. It's been great, and I can't wait until next year. I'm really looking forward to coming back next year.
For 3 days in February, Hillsborough Community College made a huge presence at the Tampa Waterside Marriott.
I'd like to share with you that I actually had a personal experience with one of the speakers, who happens to be Dr. Omari Dyson. Very intelligent guy, strong intellectual. One of his key influences was the impact on the urban community and what an education can do as far as better that community. I would like to say that I have been inspired by the insight that he gave, and the speech that he gave today was awesome.
The event, the Black, Brown, and College Bound Summit, the purpose to rebuild a village. Educators and community professionals figuring out ways to uplift young African American and Latino men in our community.
All right, so it was a tremendous experience. It's important for Black and Latino men to be transitioned into college experiences, to study hard, to make sure that their academic and intellectual needs are addressed, to make certain that we pay attention to the cultural peculiarities and particularities of Black and Latino culture, and finally for them to understand that they have tremendous potential and that potential will be realized.
Workshops and speakers address topics relating to education, community, identity, masculinity, and culture.
Today I had the opportunity to do a student panel or student series workshop. My title of my presentation was "The Village: Myth, Legend, or Redefined," where I talked about the impact that education, politics, and economics has on and education has on the development of our family and our communities, and really talked about how the economic crisis that we're dealing with, the notion of gold and the conversation that we have to have in regards to gold and inflation, and how that impacts us within the education system.
The advancement of young African American Latino men in our community is critical. Last year, a study by the College Board found that only 16% of Latino men and 29% of African American men have college degrees. And according to that College Board study, that's compared 44% of white men between the ages of 25 to 34 that have college degrees, and 70% for Asian men.
Gotta get all these guys. I said to myself, you'll never ask me another damn book I ain't read next time. I read everything I could. I was reading Good House magazine. I was reading Esquire. I read all the books of moral philosophy because I didn't want to get caught like that anymore. Even though my undergraduate education hadn't benefited and advantaged me the same way other Ivy League school students had, I was determined to compensate for that gulf. Now, that ain't right, but it's real. So I had to help educate my dadgum self. And there are programs around that allow you to catch up. So yes, we come in sometimes deficient in terms of the standards and benchmarks that are used to measure adequate education. But guess what? You ain't stupid. You ain't dumb. You can study too. Have enough pride in your achievement not to be shown to be deficient. You take your education.
Summit attendees got inspired and had the chance to be exposed to real-life HCC success stories like that of music executive Amir Wyndham, and HCC grad who's worked with artists like Kanye West, T.I., and Lupe Fiasco.
I knew exactly that this is something I wanted to be a part of. So I've been traveling like a fool, but I came from the University of Kentucky here, and it's important for me to come back and give my time and my mind to try to enhance the lives of some other people, so that's what I'm here for.
Wyndham told me, being a minority himself, he knows the challenges young men like him face.
As a whole, I just think minorities, we have to fight so much harder to get to the next level, whatever the next level is in a person's life. But I think a lot of times getting to the next level is just obtaining knowledge and putting yourself in a position where your talent can be an opportunity.
Organizers are hoping guests and speakers like Amir Wyndham will inspire others to achieve, set goals, and follow their dreams.
I got to give just as much back and make sure that I'm connecting with the next generation, because I want somebody to say, hey, Amir inspired me to get to where I am, because I know somebody inspired me.
This is the 7th year HCC's hosted the Black, Brown, and College Bound Summit. Another year and another chance for young men in the Tampa Bay area to make it happen for themselves.
I shall be coming back next year at the Black, Brown, College Brown, and I would recommend everybody come and enjoy this experience.
Same thing. If you really love the punches, put a ring on it. When they release that weed smoke, that smoke. I'm just joking. I love the Pope. I teach at Georgetown. I need the Catholics. They pay me well.
In Tampa, Javaris Smith, HAWKTV News.